We will now move on to the program. The program today is by the DAV Boys School Gopalapuram. We invite the students of DAV Boys School school students to present their program.
सत्यं भूयात् प्रियं भूयात् न भूयात् सत्यमप्रियं प्रियं च नामृतं भूयात् एषः धर्मः सनातनः. Thank you.
Namaste. I am going to tell the meaning of sloka from Subhashitani. Always speak truth. However, it should be spoken in a pleasant way. Never speak truth in a way which is unpleasant or insulting about other person. Also never speak asatya. This is eternal part of dharma. Thank you.
வணக்கம். நான் வாய்மை அதிகாரத்தில் இருந்து ஒரு திருக்குறள் கூற போகிறேன். வாய்மை எனப்படுவது வாய்மை எனப்படுவது யாரெனில் யாரொன்றும் தீமை இல்லாத சொல். நன்றி. வணக்கம். குறளின் பொருள். வாய்மை என்பது என்னவென்றால் பிறருக்கு தீமை உண்டாகாத சொற்களை பேசுதல் ஆகும். நன்றி.
Namaste. I'm going to tell a sloka from Subhashitani. Paropakaraya phalanti vrikshaah, paropakaraya vahanti nadyah, paropakaraya duhanti gavah, paropakarayamidam shariram. Thank you.
Namaste. I am going to tell the meaning of this sloka from Subhashitani. Trees bear fruits for others, rivers flow for others, cow gives milk for others. In the same way, the body is also meant to perform good deeds for others. Thank you. வணக்கம். நான் ஒப்புரவாய்கள் அதிகாரத்திலிருந்து குரல் கூற போகிறேன். கைமாறு வேண்டாம் பரப்பாறு, மாறி மாட்டு என் ஆற்றம் கொள்ள உலகு. வணக்கம். வணக்கம். குறளின் பொருள். பயன் கருதாத பெய்யும் மழைக்கு இவ்வுலகத்தார் என்ன கைமாறு செய்கின்றனர், அதுபோல மழையை போன்றவர் செய்யும் உதவிகளும் கைமாறு கருதாதவை. நன்றி. வணக்கம். Namaste. I am going to tell sloka from Subhashitani. Prathama vayasi dattam toyam alpam smarantah shirasi nihita bhara narikela naranam salinam amrita kalpam dadhyura jeevanantam nahi kritam upakaram sadhavo vismaranti. Thank you. The meaning of the sloka is, remember the small amount of water which it was given at an early age. The coconut trees carry nectar like water on their head throughout their life. In the same manner, noble people, do not forget the goodness they enjoyed. Thank you. வணக்கம். நான் ஔவையார் ஏற்றிய மூதுரையிலிருந்து ஒரு பாடலை சொல்லப் போகிறேன். நன்றி ஒருவருக்கு செய்த கால் அந்நன்றி என்று தருங்கோல் என வேண்டாம் நின்று தளர வளர்த்தெங்கு தாளுண்ட நீரை தலையாலே தான் தருந்தலான். நன்றி. வணக்கம். மூதுரையின் விளக்கம். ஒருவருக்கு உதவி செய்யும் போது அதற்கு பிரதி உபகாரமும் நன்றியும் எப்போதும் கிடைக்கும் என்று கருதி செய்யக்கூடாது. எப்படிப்பட்ட நீரை வேர் மூலம் உண்டாலும் நன்கு தளராத வளர்ந்துள்ள தென்னை மரம் அந்நீரை சுவையான இளநீராக தந்திடும். அதுபோல நாம் செய்யும் சிறு உதவியும் நமக்கு ஒரு காலம் நிச்சயம் நன்மை பயக்கும். நன்றி. Namaste. I am going to tell a sloka from Gopalapuram. Vidvatvam cha dripatvam cha naiva tulyam kadachana swadeshe pujate raja vidvan sarva wise, intelligence and kingdom can never be compared. A king is respected in his own land, whereas a wise man is respected everywhere. Thank you.
வணக்கம். நான் மூதுரையிலிருந்து ஒரு பாடல் கூறப் போகிறேன். மன்னனும் மாஸ்டர் கற்றோனும் சீர்தூக்கி மன்னனின் கற்றோன் சிறப்புடைய மன்னருக்கு தந்தேசம் அல்லால் சிறப்பில்லை, கற்றோருக்கு சென்ற இடமெல்லாம் சிறப்பு. நன்றி.
வணக்கம். நான் இந்த மூதுரைக்கு விளக்கம் சொல்ல வந்துள்ளேன். ஒப்பித்து பார்க்கும்போது அரசனை விட கதுதர கற்றவனே மேலானவன். ஏனென்றால் அரசன் அவன் தேசத்தை தவிர வேறெங்கும் சிறப்பில்லை. ஆனால் கற்றவனுக்கோ அவன் செல்லுபுறமெல்லாம் சிறப்பு. நன்றி.
Namaste. I am going to tell a sloka from the Subhashitani. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinayadyati patratam, patratvat dhanamagnuti, dhanada dharmam tatasukham.
I am going to tell the meaning of this sloka. Knowledge makes one humble, humility begets worthiness, worthiness creates wealth and enrichment. Enrichment leads to right contact, and right contact brings attention time. வணக்கம். என் பெயர் ஸ்ரீவில். வணக்கம். நான் கல்வி அறிந்து குரல் கூறப் போகிறேன். கேடில் விழுச்செல்வம் கல்வி, ஒருவனுக்கு மாதல்ல மற்றையவை. நன்றி.
வணக்கம். குறளின் பொருள்: ஒருவனுக்கு அழிவில்லாத செல்வம் கல்வியே ஆகும். பிற செல்வங்கள் இத்தகைய சிறப்புக்குரியவை ஆக மாட்டா. நன்றி. வணக்கம்.
Stand in the line. According to the you please.
महान्तं आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमे विदित्वाति मृत्युमेति न अन्यपन्था विद्यते यनाय. Respected audience present to here today, at the outset, my special thanks to the acharyas, principals, and the students and the parents. That today is also a holiday. Yesterday exams got over, right? So children have a special excitement to so-called start enjoying. So good that you could still, I'm sure, got a practice done yesterday, and then get them to come here today morning. So my best wishes for the special effort that all of you did make. Today, as part of our discussion, I will take the first bhajan the children gave. What is the bhajan they gave? मेरे दाता के दरबार में सब लोगों का खाता. What does it mean? That? What is the meaning of this first sentence? मेरे दाता के दरबार में सब लोगों का खाता. What does this mean?
In my Almighty's court, everyone is equal.
And सब लोगों का खाता. खाता means what?
Equal.
There is an account. There is an account for everyone. Right? We all have a bank account, isn't it? Right? There is a debit and a credit. There is an inflow and an outflow. Right? So the message over here was that even in there is also our karmic bank account. There is a bank account of our karmas, of our actions. Right? That's very, very important for all of us to recognize. Because otherwise, many of us tend to feel that this is one life. This is one life. Eat, make merry, right? And the life will be one day over. Right? And also, we often get disoriented, isn't it? You look at people who you think, sometimes we obviously take politicians as one bucket, right? Who we seem are doing extremely well, extremely powerful, extremely famous, right? But possibly they could be cheating, or even others. What do we feel? What is justice? What is justice? We also see sometimes people around us who have been very pious, have led a life of integrity, honesty, and they having serious diseases, serious challenges in life. And we once again start questioning ourselves. Look at this past week, the number of incidents. We had in Jaipur, one huge explosion, multiple vehicles got torched, people got burnt, right? Terrible situation. You had a terror attack in Germany, right? Over 200 got injured, tens got killed. You had the Navy boat in Mumbai, right? Uncontrolled Navy boat came and hit against a ferry and multiple people got killed. You had a car going in Bangalore and a container fell upon it. 6 people were crushed to death. Isn't it? Last 1 week news. And you start wondering that whether, what is this? Yes or no? These are the questions that strike our mind. The Shastras say that, listen, there is definitely the bank account with the supreme force. And there are 3 types of karma. There are 3 types of karma, which are called the Sanchita karma, Kriyamana karma, and the Prarabdha karma. What are these 3? Can you just say it together? Sanchit karma, Kriyamana karma, and the Prarabdha karma. These 3 karmas, they have an interplay. What does Sanchit karma mean? Sanchit karma means it's your past actions. It's your past actions. You have done something in life. We keep performing so many actions every day, so many karma every single day. Now these children came, they did this wonderful program, that was a karma. Teachers helped them perform this, that was a karma. Right? We perform so many karmas every single day. Millions, if you look at it in terms of a lifetime. All this goes under your Sanchit karma. That's your bank account. Right? This Sanchit karma, in some sense, is your past karma. That is accumulated. That is accumulated. You also have a Kriyamana karma. I'll just slightly correct myself. Sanchit karma is your past karma. Kriyamana karma is your current karma, which you are doing. Remember today, what you all did is your Kriyamana karma. What you are doing now, what you will be doing today, that is all Kriyamana karma. So you have Sanchit karma, you have Kriyamana karma, and you have, what is the third one? Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma is a karma that plays out in your life. That plays out in your life. In some sense we call it destiny. In some sense we call it kismat. Right? We use these terms. They are your prarabdha karma. So Sanchit karma, Kriyamana karma, which you are doing right now. Sanchit is what you accumulated over different births. And your prarabdha karma. These three karmic baggage, or these three, let me use the word baggage, but these three karmic accounts, right, all of us do carry with us. Are you with me? So now, when you look at the four incidents I just spoke to you about, mind starts wondering as to what was that? What was that? Was it destiny? Was it bound to happen on this particular day at this particular time? Right? It's a question that strikes our mind all the time. My dear audience, what happened in these four incidents, right, is in a way not the prarabdha karma. In a way it is not the prarabdha karma. That was pure coincidences. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. They were simple coincidences. Right? We cannot say that those who were killed were really bad people who were doing some really bad karma and that's why they got killed. We cannot make a statement that those who got severely injured, burned, who are right now there in the ICU struggling for life, were really bad people and they got some previous, what was the result of some previous actions directly. We cannot make that statement. Given the paucity of time, I will not go into detail right now, but every action has a consequence, result and an effect. This was nothing but a consequence of that particular actions. I will not give a detail right now. What I want to focus on is the other aspect of karma as to how does the supreme force, दादा के दरबार में सब लोगों का खाता, जो कोई जैसी करनी करता वैसा ही फल पाता. What is this result? What is this karma or the result of our actions that the supreme force gives, and in what shape and form? Because remember, there's no shortcuts in life. If you just go ahead and make a confession to someone, your sins will not get washed away. You go and take a bath in a holy river, your sins cannot just simply get washed away. A simple aspect of justice, if a terrorist brain, surrenders, like has killed multiple people, is surrenders or is caught alive and is presented before the court and pleads for mercy, will you think we should be acquitted? No, we should be punished, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? So sometimes we start thinking, oh, God is not kind. God is not kind. You should not look at it with that perspective. For every action, there is a result. And this result is given in three ways. The Shastra say, Jati, Ayu and Bhog. What three things? Jati, Ayu and Bhog. So those four incidents are not result of our actions that I spoke about. Right? That's being unlucky. But Ishwar gives the result of every action in one of the three forms. Jati, Ayu and Bhog. What does Jati mean? Jati means the species we are born in. The species we are born in. How many species are there in this world? Approximately it is said 84 lakhs. Approximately said? Have you heard about it also in some shastras? It says 84 lakh. 84 lakh species, roughly. Right? Which species you are born in? Are you born as a human being or born as in different types of animals, plants, and all this comes in the species? Right? 84 lakhs of species are there. Which species you are born in is determined by your samchit action, samchita karma. Right? It is important. Right? Today, I am sure all of us, of all the species, the most blessed species is which one? Human being. Right? What we have got today, right? Imagine the life of a mosquito. Imagine the life of an ant. Right? It's difficult. We human beings are blessed to be born as humans. Right? So this is Jati. Second is what? It says Ayu. What does Ayu mean? Age. So when I say Ayu, does this mean that all our Ayu is determined? That will I live exactly and will I die on exactly this day, this time? Is that pre-written? No. That is not pre-written. Even these 4 accidents that occurred, it is not there, it was pre-written that they are going to die on this particular week. The answer is no. It is not pre-written. But what does Ayu mean then? Because I said Jati, Ayu and word 13 I mentioned? Bhog. Right? Ayu over here in the Shastras they say that listen, if you say generally for example a human being lives approximately how many years? 80 to 100 years. A tortoise lives for how many years? 150 to 200 years. A cow lives for how many years? Say 15 to 20 years. Right? There is a broad Ayu that is being prescribed. And within that itself, even as a human being, have you seen some children who are like really strong by birth, some who have a defect by birth, some who have, right? Some children have a better longevity, better fitness, some children have relatively less fitness, but then by their efforts, by constant exercise, etc., all that, they can get better. Right? So certain inherent longevity, certain inherent age that comes in along with a birth, but death is not predetermined. It is not that specific date time you will die, that is not determined. So you have Jati, Ayu and Bhog. What does the word Bhog mean? On the same day, 2 children are born at absolutely the same time. Absolutely the same time, isn't it? Because every day lakhs of children are born, isn't it? So obviously, multiple children born at exactly the same second. At exactly the same second. But they are born in very different kind of families. One could be born in a dharmic family. I would never say rich or poor. One could be born in a dharmic family, right? Gets good samskars, gets decent living, right? Other is born in an extremely difficult adharmic family, right? The samskars are very different. Life is very different. This is Bhog. This applies even to, for example, take dogs, right? One is a pet dog born in a family wherein the dog is extremely well taken care of, isn't it? In some cases, dogs are better taken care of than human beings, isn't it? Right? So born in that kind of family, right? Dog is extremely well taken care of. At the same time, another dog born to a street dog who is being chased from one street to the other. Difference in Bhoga. So Jati, Ayu and Bhoga are the 3 different ways in which the supreme force, right, maintains our bank account. Right? The debit and credit constantly keeps happening. So we need to ensure that yes, we can call it destiny, the word that we use, right? It is nothing but our sanchit karma, which are there in the past, Kriyamana karma which is panning out in the present, right? And we can think that whatever we are as a result of our past karma, is that alone sufficient? The answer is no. You also need to make your effort currently, right? To make your present and future better. There was once, one person who used to sell pan. You sell pan, right? And he had a regular visitor. And this person, while making the pan, would always keep speaking a lot. Would keep speaking up, generally gossiping quite a bit. And this was a regular customer who would keep going to him weekly for his pan. So one day when he had gone in the evening to buy his pan, this person started off. But he asked that day a very interesting question. He asked this person that, listen, is destiny everything in life? Is destiny everything in life? This person was quite confused. He said, this sounds like a His comment told me, he was wondering what did he utter into my ears. So he mentioned that, please increase your talk by 5-7 minutes because I guess breakfast is going to be ready. So for the delay, don't blame me. No, let me know. So he asked this, so he said, is destiny everything in life? Right? And this man was quite confused. Then he said, listen, let me give you an example. Sometimes, remember, insights can come from anyone. He said, give me an example. Yes, destiny is very important. But think about an analogy. You go to a bank locker, isn't it? You go to a bank locker. How do you open the bank locker?
Key and password.
How many keys are there? There are 2 keys. 1 key who has? You have. 1 key who has? The manager has. Isn't it? Right? And how does it typically work? You go, you sign the register, right? Then the bank manager or whoever the bank employee, he goes into the locker, right? With his key. You also take your key, right? He opens with his key, and then you also need to open with your key. Only then the bank locker is open. Life is also similar. That locker with the bank manager is your destiny, and the key that you have is your own current actions. Is your own current actions. Both the keys are very important. Right? You got this? Both the keys are very important. Only then the locker can be opened. Right? So our life as well. We have our sanchit karma. We need to have kriyamana karma. Our prarabdha karma. You put all of this together. Right? This karmic bank account is maintained by the Supreme Force. If you have any questions, until now? Since we have 5-7 minutes. Or I can cover a bit more of, yes.
What should I do to control my destiny?
What should you do to control your destiny? See, the karma already performed in the past, right? For that, you have to face the result of your actions. That there is no doubt. But the Shastras also say that there is something called prayashchit. Something called, have you heard the word? Prayashchit, isn't it? Right? Children, have you got some imposition at any point of time? Write 100 times. Sometimes you get imposition? Yes or no? Yes. Huh? You get imposition or not? Yes. I will not do this. Right? You write 100 times. What is that? It is nothing but prayashchit. It is nothing but prayashchit. Wherein you do, in a way, right? You take some amount of self-punishment. You take some amount of self-punishment. You reflect upon your actions to see as to how you can get better. Remember one thing, with every deed that we do, and again coming back to your question on how do we control my destiny, right? With every deed that we do, we have what is called the samskar that gets built of it. The samskar that gets built of it. Today also all these children came and they performed. They came and they performed, right? They may forget as to what bhajan they sang after 1 month. They may forget that. But this samskar of having come over here, right, got up on a Sunday morning, come to a spiritual place, heard some of these things. Even he may even completely forget what I said after 1 month. But still at a subtle level, some amount may get deposited. And this amount and this thing that you keep getting deposited, this positive samskars, prayashchit, also helps remove your negative samskar because of a wrong thing that you did. That helps you keep shaping your destiny for the future. Let me, to complete the whole thing for you, let's once again take those accidents. Let's once again take these the 4 incidents that we discussed, right? The boat issue, the Jaipur highway, right? The Germany terror attack, and the Bangalore. These 4 incidents, let's take once again, and let's see as to what was that. Was it destiny? Was it destiny? Or what exactly? How do you interpret this? Because it obviously caused a lot of dukkha to multiple people. So, in that context, I very, very briefly mentioned that there are 3 aspects: consequence, result, and effect of an action. Now, look at this terror suspect who drove this car into the market, the Germany market. The market at this place in Germany, near Berlin. So over here, the people who were hurt, who were just standing out there and doing some shopping, right, was nothing but a consequence of the action. If you drive a car at this higher speed and people are standing, obviously one who is on the way is going to be definitely hurt. There is no doubt about it. It's a consequence of whose action? Consequence of the terrorist's action. It was his action, right? It was his action, and because of this action, right, it was the other person got hurt. It's a consequence not of their own action. It's a consequence of the action of this terrorist. Okay? So it's purely a consequence of his action.
Not his past karma.
Huh?
His past karma made him land over there.
No, his past karma, as per the Shastras.
That's why he got killed.
Yeah. No, my submission is, it is not that his past karma made him land over there, as per what the Shastras say, because if you say that his past karma made him land over there at that point of time, there are multiple loopholes that will come out of it. That means for all the people over there, because of past karma, that means this terrorist is not to be blamed. That means this terrorist is not to be blamed, because all he did was ensure that all these people who were there because of past karma and who had to be either injured or killed, he only has undertaken the God's advice, or he has done only what the God had to do, and God made him an instrument to deliver justice to these people who were there because of their past karma. That is a loophole, isn't it? Then why do you want to punish this terrorist? Right? So people were not there because of their past karma. They just happened to be there. It's a consequence of his action. there is an effect of an action. The effect of an action that this particular terrorist did, right? Multiple people will get scarred for life. Scarred for life. They will have bad dreams, right? Over a long period of time. All that comes under effect of the action. And the result of the action is this particular person's result. Obviously, he is going to be now, he has been arrested, he is going to be punished, he is to be interrogated, right? All of that is the result of his actions, which the law also gives, and the Supreme Court will also definitely give. But as far as the other people are concerned, I once again checked. They asked me to continue. So as far as the other people are concerned, they were meted out injustice. They meted out injustice. And Ishwar compensates for that injustice as well. In the form of what? Jati, Ayu and Bhog. At times, the key issue is that we are unable to think through about future births. Yes or no? Do you get completely convinced about it? No. Theoretically, yes. Some of us may believe that yes, there is a current birth and there is a future birth. But are you completely convinced about it? The answer is no. For us, we are like a frog in the well. What is the aspect of a frog in the well? The entire world is that well. So when we think about this karmic, the karmic consequences, the karmic baggage in the broader cosmos, we only think about the current birth. Our drishti is limited to current birth. We are not able to really think through or get convinced that we have had thousands of births in the past and we'll have multiple in the future, unless we really attain moksha. So because we are not convinced about it, we tend to evaluate the complete aspect of karma only based on this particular birth. We are not able to think through that there is an effect of it even in the future. So that is something which we need to be definitely conscious about. So consequence, result and effect of an action are different. This injustice that has been meted out to these people who are, as of now I said, some of them are killed, some of them are struggling in hospitals in a terrible situation, right, is something that will be compensated as per the karmic, as per the shastras. And my dear audience, to my mind, even if you are not completely convinced about it, think of an alternate logic that works. Think of an alternate logic. This is like a puzzle. It is like a puzzle. Because then think of an alternate puzzle that works. To my mind, at least in my introspection and my studies, I really haven't been able to find a very compelling alternate puzzle. Right? That's the important part over here. So, because this karma theory is something which is complex, there are challenges around it, and as I mentioned, we often get disoriented when we look at some of these tragedies that occur. It may occur with you and me as well. It may occur even today as we go back, or even today, tomorrow. It could happen to. Agony can befall anyone at any point of time. The Shastras will say, Kaha pi, putra pi, na sukhina. No one is completely happy in this world. We all have three types of dukkha. Adhyatmik dukkha, bhautik dukkha, daivik dukkha. Bhautik dukkha means dukkha because of others. Daivik dukkha is dukkha because of natural calamities. You cannot avoid it. So we hear this terrorist did this reckless act. Right? It's a bhautik dukkha. It's a bhautik dukkha. These people have got dukkha because of someone else's actions. That is bound to arise. Because we are born, we stay in this world, bhautik dukkha is bound to arise. We have to live with it. So with those broad thoughts, I will conclude my talk. I'll be around post this session for some time here. Some of you sometimes may not want to ask a doubt. And whenever you wish to ask any query, you can still come and ask me after the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to the announcements. The first announcement is about the Gayatri Mahayajna, culmination along with the 200th Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati Jayanti. The Gayatri Mahayajna is a sacred celebration which is scheduled on the 5th of January 2025. Participating in this yajna will foster unity and shared purpose, building collective consciousness. So we urge all of you to register for the yajna either as Yajman. You can perform the Agnihotra. There will be several Havan Kunds. So kindly register either as Yajman, or we welcome you to come and participate as participants. For registration, you can contact the desk outside. They both have physical forms. You can fill it, or there is an online link which they will help you to register. We urge all the audience to register for the Gayatri Mahayajna. This time we have guests from Chinmaya Mission, from the Rajasthan Association, Tamil Nadu, several other scholars and bhajans who will be, there will be performances, and it's going to be a great spiritual celebration. We welcome you all to register for it, and it's scheduled again on, when it is scheduled? 5th of January 2025. Next, hope you have got great spiritual insights. Children, did you get spiritual insights from today's talk? You want to know more? Then please ask your parents to subscribe for this channel. It's on YouTube, Instagram. It's called Exploring Vedic Dharma. It's on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. You can ask your parents to subscribe to this channel because you can learn about the timeless wisdom of the Vedic Dharma in a scientific, logical and engaging manner. Will you all subscribe? Or ask your parents to subscribe?
Yes, ma'am.
So repeat the name of the channel again.
Exploring Vedic Dharma.
Yes, you have to go home and ask your parents to do it. The next one is inauguration of the Gurukul at the Vedic Vidya Kendra campus in Pondicherry, scheduled on the 27th to 29th December. If you want to know more details, please contact the desk outside. And then we have the donation box or the hundi outside. We request the parents to encourage the act of giving to your children by putting money, even if it's going to be a 10 rupee or 20 rupee, get it as cash. If you don't have cash, you can GPay and get the note, and you ask your children to put it in the donation box. It's to encourage the act of giving or charity. With this, we now invite the students of Boys Gopalapuram along with the Acharya for the Shantipa Bhojan Mantra.